Hello again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with another video for you. Hello! Hope all of you are doing really well today. I am doing fabulous. In case you couldn't tell by the title, I am having a very good day today, and I hope you are too, because I got a package. Yes, recently, I want to say maybe about 2-ish weeks ago, I received an email from my friends over at LETTOworkshop, Stan and Julie, and they asked me if I was interested in trying out some new hooks of theirs. And of course, I said yes. Duh. Uh, you know, naturally, of course, I'd be interested and very appreciative and thankful. And so I said, yes, please, because they're trying to, from what I understand, they're trying to come out with more hooks that are, in a different price point range. Because I mean, I absolutely love their hooks, and I have more than a few of them, and I love them ever so much. And I've been using them ever since I got them. I haven't used any other kinds of hooks. And so, on the one hand, I would say, yes, some of the hooks are a bit more pricey than others, but this is one of those instances where you get what you pay for because they are fabulous quality, they're gorgeous, and it's a tool that you use over and over and over again, so I can justify the expense in my mind when I do buy them, and I have purchased a bunch of them, but today we have a bunch of them. Apparently there's 4 in here, so without further ado, let's do the unboxing and see what we get inside. Okay. So I'm not entirely sure how to open this box, but we're going to do what we can. I do see 2 distinct areas where I can cut into, and this is very well taped up. I will say that. Lots and lots and lots of tape. So I see that as being the lid. I think maybe along the side? I don't know. I will say that the packaging, it's always very, very, very secure, and everything arrives very nicely. Oh, I think I see where I can get in. And then presumably on this side too. Me and my little pair of scissors here. There we go. Ooh, we have progress. Okay, I'm opening this in the way it's probably not meant to be opened, but okay. Whoa. Anything else? Nope, good, okay. Oh, and I see a card. Always gotta read the card first. That's the rule. Always. Now, bear with me a moment. Got some more bubble wrap. Like I said, they pack these very, very, very well. And I have never had any issue with the transit. Okay. I wish I could read this, whatever that says. But on the back, it also is a lot of, whoa, where did that blue come from? That's weird. Yeah, so on the front though, lovely garments. Aw, thank you so much for your support, dear Craig. We wish peaceful, serene, sunny, and happy days to you and your loved ones. Stay safe and enjoy every moment of life. Julie and Stan. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. And right back at you. Seriously, I know that things are difficult right now in Ukraine, and, my heart goes out to you guys, and your generosity is so much appreciated. I really, really, really appreciate it. And when I heard from you guys, I was just delighted that you're okay. And then when you're like, oh, would you like some crochet hooks? That, of course, made me even more delighted, but I'm just happy that you guys are okay. So in here, we have 3 different things. I think that there might be 2 hooks in here because on the invoice it says there's 4 hooks. So let's open up this mystery box first and see what is inside. Here we go. This is how I was supposed to open the box. Okay. So we have these 2, which are in little fabric, what's the word? Drawstring. That's the word. Fabric drawstring little bags. Very cute. So this one says Purple Heart Mosaic Robinia Hornbeam, Purple Heart Wood. And, ooh, it's a size K. Ooh, and I got another one. It's a size J, which is Lilac Wood, Catalox Wood, Robinia Wood, and Curly. They pick the most exotic, gorgeous sounding wood. It's like, here you get oak, you get maple, you get, pine, spruce, but all these, they sound fabulous in and of themselves. So can I get in here? So this first one is the size K. Purple Heart, Mosaic Robinia, Hornbeam, and Purple Heart Wood. So it's a 6.5 millimeter, a size K. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my. Oh, this is stunning. This is truly gorgeous. See, actually, this wood in between the mosaic, it makes me think the way that the light is sort of shining almost through it, if you will, it makes me think of tiger's eye, actually. This is a showpiece. Now, I don't think that this is one of the ones that they were intimating in the email, which utilizing more metal hooks with wooden handles with the metal hooks inset, which is actually what I think these might be in the tubes. But this is a downright treat. I mean, look at how gorgeous that is. That's what I was saying before about how they are not cheap. They are somewhat, some of them are on the pricey side, but you get what you pay for. Now, granted, yes, these were sent to me as a gift, but I have purchased some, and these are such a treat. If you are, shall we say, a die-hard crocheter, these are really nice to have in your arsenal. Now, I will say that I am a knife grip holder as far as me stitching. Some people, they have more of a pencil grip. I don't know how, these would feel using this as a pencil grip, so I can't vouch for that. But as far as if you have a knife grip, they are delightful. I will say that. And this is gorgeous. My mom is going to be jealous. Yes, she is. So that was the K. And now for the J. So the J is Lilac Wood. My lighting is being weird. Lilac Wood, Catalox Wood, Robinia Wood, and Curly. So this is the size J, which is a 6 millimeter. Ooh, what do we got? Ooh, simplistic yet gorgeous. Look at this. So very pretty. And I love the look of the transition in the wood and the layers, and because this is one kind of wood, another one, and another one. I don't know which is which, to be perfectly honest. And then, of course, in the base there, it does say the millimeter size, which is very much welcome, because I wouldn't know one from the next. So having that engraved in the bottom, lifesaver, totally helps. I think, okay, if I'm going to make a constructive criticism, The only thing that I would change is if this part of the hook is very dark, to then have the engraving be in black makes it kind of difficult to see. So take this criticism for what you will. Perhaps if this is going to be very, very dark, if maybe you could sort of inset with maybe some white paint or something, the number, the engraved number, as opposed to something, you know, even darker like a black, which is what most of the hooks are with, like this one here. You know, if it's already a dark, you know, wood for the end of the hook, perhaps something lighter so that it'll be more visible. Other than that, that is my only criticism, you know, because these are so stunning and gorgeous. I can't get over it. Okay. I mean, the first one, hands down, that is some gorgeousness. You know, the other one, it's equally gorgeous, but the other one, it's like, oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, so we still have 2 more to go. Let's see what they're about. Okay, so we still have these 2 more to go. And so one of them is a size H and the other one's a size I. You sent me a really nice range. Yes, you did. Because typically I don't go any smaller than a size G. Sometimes I'll use like a size F, but so far we've got an H, I, J, and a K, which for me is perfect because predominantly I use, for the most part, nothing thinner than a 3 weight. Usually I use a 4 weight, usually nothing bigger than that. So let's go with the size, let's go with the size H. Now, with the size H, it says tulip gold, which I believe is the hook that is used, and then the wood is apricot wood. So let's see. How do we get into here? I think I need my scissors again, which is totally okay. Try to snip this tape along the side here. And then on this side over here. There we go. So we got ourselves like a little cap. That's cute. And then let's see. Can I finagle this? Ah, there we go. I didn't have to use too much finagling. There we go. Ooh. This is gorgeous. It's definitely less elaborate than the other 2, but this is really, really quite gorgeous. And it also has an impression here for your thumb. This is really nice. Now, I don't think that I've ever actually used the tulip gold, but if you look at the shape of the hook, it is just the right kind that I do like. People are on the fence of what kind of, you know, typical aluminum hooks that they like to use. And in my book, there are 2 different hook types. There's either the Bates or the Boy. The Bates, it's more as if it's like a cylinder with a notch cut into it. And so that the hook part, it has, you know, it's a much sharper, you know, sort of cut to it. Whereas this one, it's much more shapely and rounded, which for me is very much more preferable because in my experience, the way that I stitch, I find that the cut of the Susan Bates, I have this tendency of splitting my yarn more with that kind of a hook. This is gorgeous. So this is my 5 millimeter, my size H, and I think that this is darling. I really do. The finish of the wood, it's so silky smooth, and also the join from the hook to the wood, it's very nice. It's not completely flush. There is a little bit of a lip, as you can see, but it looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, like I said, I'm pretty sure that this is one of the ones that they were referring to, which is at a less expensive price point, which I think is very smart from a business perspective, because not everybody can afford, the higher end ones, which is totally understandable. This, gorgeous. Love it. Okay, and then last but not least, and by the way, that was the apricot wood with the tulip gold, size H. Now this one is size I, 5.5, and this is with a clover amour with black hornbeam wood. So let's see if I can scooch my little self into here. Come on. There we go. I feel like I'm cracking open some champagne. Oh, there we go. So this is with the clover amour. Ooh. It's not as glossy, it's more matte, but it has a very sophisticated look about it. Almost like, if wood were ebony. Very nice, very stylish. I like. And then, yeah, it's a little difficult to see, but you can because of the light from my camera screen. But you can see that there. It's got, even though it's not glossy, it has a very smooth finish to it. And I love the clover amour hooks. I do have a bunch of these actually, but those handles are nothing compared to this. I love it. Absolutely love it. Stan and Julie, you outdid yourselves. Thank you so much. Actually, the other eye hook that I have, yes, this is another eye hook that I have as well. And so you can see them side to side. So nice. I have even more in my arsenal now. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. And then as far as the H, I'm sure I have an H in here. That's a 4.5. This one I cannot even read, but that's okay. I think that this is, can I see that there? Oh, other way. It's a little hard to read, to be perfectly honest. I do love these hooks though. Can't read it. Anyway. That's a 6.5. I got a whole bunch. I've got a whole arsenal. But, my goodness. Listen, again, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I love the surprise element because I had no idea what exactly was going to be sent to me, but this was a delightful surprise, really. It really made my day. Thank you so much. And listen, everybody, if you guys are interested in finding some of your own, I'm going to put a link in the description box down below. It's LETTOworkshop.com. At one point, they did have an Etsy store. Now they have their own website. And I tell you, totally never, ever, ever disappointed with their product. I've been using them consistently for years. They have yet to disappoint or fail me in any which way, and I can't wait to keep working with them. And oh, trust me, I shall be. I indeed shall be. And so, yeah, if you guys are interested, check them out, whether it's for yourself or for a fellow crocheting enthusiast, these are a treat. If you need to treat yourself, you could do a lot worse. These are awesome. Thank you. I know I'm gushing. I know. Well, listen, everybody, I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give a little thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Do any of you have any Letto hooks? If you do, please let me know in the comments section. What has been your experience with these hooks? What size did you get? Do you remember what kind of exotic wood that you got? Was it something, more like this? Or was it something more like this? What did you get? What was your, impression? What was your experience? I mean, you guys know I love these, but how about you? What was your experience? And again, Stan and Julie, thank you so very much. It's so, so much appreciated. Your work is gorgeous. Thank you for sharing it with me. And I can't wait to start fiddling around with them and doing my stitchy stitchy. Thank you so much. And please take care of yourselves. Be safe. I know that you're going through an overwhelming, difficult time, and I'm just so glad that you're still here with us doing what you do, because you do it so very well, remarkably well. Thank you. And you guys out there in YouTube land, you know what to do until next time, right? I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, stay safe, take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in my next video. Bye from everybody and have a great day.